Hey there. If you're thinking about getting out there on the road with the big rigs and driving a rig, an RV, or even a bus, then have we got great news for you.
Southwest Truck Driver Training can get you trained and rolling in as little as 4 weeks. They offer lifetime job placement support. They have special military programs, a financial aid program, including grant applications, and so much more to offer you.
Plus, they're family-owned business right here in the Southwest. They have world-class training for Class A and B CDLs, hazmat endorsement training, RV training, and, of course, a refresher course if you need one. And did we mention they have 3 locations, which are Phoenix, Tucson, and North Las Vegas?
So we don't know why you're sitting there channel surfing on a TV when you could be learning to drive and roll down the road to earning a great living today.
Go to their website, swtdt.com, to learn more about Southwest Truck Driver Training to shift your career into high gear.
Tell them you heard about them on the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show. We love them. You will too.
Breaker 19 for radio check.
18 Wheel
Welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show.
We're a podcast for truckers, about truckers, by truckers.
Coaching generations of drivers while guiding them on their path to success.
Fueling them with knowledge and passion for trucking.
Navigating the industry 1 mile at a time.
Spark the revolution.
Hi, Janet.
Hi, Patrick. What's up?
What's up with you?
Not much. I got feathers.
I see that.
2 of them.
Got a Hiawatha look going.
Hiya.
Hiawatha. Hiawatha.
Hi, how are ya?
Hi, how are ya?
I'm good. How are ya?
What's up?
Not the pugs.
Yeah, they had a nice long nap.
Mm-hmm.
I did. I mean, the pugs did.
Yeah, all 3 of you.
I meant the pugs.
You're a pug, daddy.
I'm a pug daddy.
And boy, they love their pug daddy.
They suck the life out of you.
I know. It's not my fault when I nap that I go to sleep. It's them. They cuddle up next to me instantly.
What?
What? They touched my foot.
What? It's like 3 o'clock. It felt like 3 o'clock in the morning, and you wake it up. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, I feel you.
Ooh.
Anyway, what are we talking about today?
I don't know. What do you want to talk about today? Huh?
We could talk about sports. We could talk about food. We could talk
Pick
about
something.
families.
You pick it.
Nope.
This is the Janet show with Patrick on her side.
Pugs it is.
I don't care.
Come on.
Where are we going?
You're picking the show, not the nose.
Look, this is a roller coaster. Let's keep everybody in suspense.
I don't like being in suspense. I like being in Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona.
I can't spin our heads like we were talking about.
I know. I'm trying to fix my cord.
What are you doing? You're making a mess over
I-
there.
Not either.
You are too.
Fixing my cord.
Oh my God.
Come on, start the show before people hang up on us.
What's up, Patrick? What are we talking about
Why
today?
would they hang up on us?
Good point. Click.
It's a podcast.
My
They
bad.
might change the channel.
Okay, so now start the show.
The show is starting.
Are we talking about blended families today?
I know that's what you wanted to talk about.
Okay, so
we
raise
can
your
talk
hand if
about
you're from a blended family.
it. You're gonna have to describe what a blended family is. Let people know what a blended family is.
Well, there's all sorts of blended families.
All right. Well, I'm not going to raise my hand until you tell me what a blended family is, because my definition could be like so far out in left field that pertains to only a certain population.
Okay. All sorts of blended families.
Like I'm white and the kid might be a different color, or the mom could be a different shade of color, or you know what I mean? That to me could be blended.
That could be, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay. So
I'm talking about
I could be white cracker man, and then there could be a
No,
brown cracker woman, and
No, we already figured that out in the other podcast. You're not white cracker.
I'm not crapper.
You're a Ritz man. I'm
Ritz.
saltine lady.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're
I'm a saltine. You're a Ritz.
This all stemmed from me not wanting to have the Caucasian change from Caucasian to Cracker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So blended families have been around forever.
White is white. I want to be eggshell.
Listen, eggshell man. They say, I haven't read this in ages, but Julius Caesar,
Okay.
his sister, the one that he had sex with and a child with. Oh yeah, we're going adult feature here.
No. Quick.
Was his half sister.
Quick. Cover your eyes. You can't watch this.
Okay.
Anyways.
Was his half sister. So they had
All right. So
different moms.
it's not that much gross disgusting as it is if they were actual brother, sister.
They had the
They
same.
make porns about it.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, boy, did they! I saw it. Anyway,
Hey, no, I'm talking about stepmoms, stepbrothers,
Okay.
stepmothers,
but
sons.
this was a blended family.
yeah,
They had the
it's
same
crazy.
dad, different moms.
Anyways, back
that
on
was a
topic.
blended
Blended
family. But then they had a child. Now that's about as blended as it gets.
Yeah,
they say,
but like I said,
is
it's
best.
not. Yeah, but like I said, they weren't like brother, sister. No, it was.
No, that's hillbilly.
Yeah. That's just that's backwoods shit right there.
Yeah, and
But they were brother and sister because mom and dad were married.
yeah, and they,
Her
they
mom, his dad, or his
they
mom,
both
her
had
dad.
they had the same dad, different mothers.
Oh, see, that's yeah. Ooh, there's still blood in there.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. They had the same father, different mothers. Like back
I
then,
thought it was.
it's kind of like the whole harem thing, where you hear about these countries where the guy has a harem of women, where one guy has like say 10 women or however many. Those children are all related because they all have the same father, but they have different mothers. That's definitely a blended family.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's a blended family.
They don't
And-
have harems no more, do they?
Yeah, they do.
Do they?
Yeah,
Not in this country.
not in this country.
Not in America.
No, but they have. But there are certain societies here in the States, in
our state. No, not in our state.
in Utah, where multiple wives is permitted, and that's the same thing. One man, multiple wives, multiple children.
That's crazy.
That's a blended family.
I have a hard enough time taking care of one woman.
Don't say that.
Well, I do.
I take care of you.
You take care of me, I take care of you.
So it's all
I have a
clear.
hard enough time taking care of you, let alone another one on top of that.
Anyway, well,
I mean, you're like $1 million. At least it seems like it.
anyway. And in royalty, like
Oh, come on. You know what I mean.
I know what you mean. Okay, and then if you look at like say royalty, like back in, I'm not going to say current English royalty, but back in the day, and in Russian royalty and whatever type of royalty there were, they inbred to keep the lines pure.
Keep the blood flowing.
That's how they kept the lines pure, was they bred cousins to cousins. Not, and as they put it, not enough to come up with freaks, but enough to keep the lines pure. And if a freak happened, they just kind of shoved him off into
Put
the
him
corner.
down in the dungeon.
Yeah, put him off in the corner in the
Yeah, what
dungeon,
was-
and you never
what was
noticed.
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo.
I
So,
am not an animal.
but I'm not really talking about those. I'm more talking about like how it's evolved over the decades and the centuries, and from say Rome to modern day, and you have, like back in Old West or whatever.
What are you talking about? 50s, 60s?
1800s?
1800. Oh, way back.
Old West.
Oh,
Old West.
Old
1800s.
town.
Yeah, old town. Settlers.
The settlers. Whew, that's a whole
Okay.
nother breed.
Or back during the wars and, the wars for independence and everything, where men died, you had women with children.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then a lot of them remarried.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, their men went to fight, and the men didn't come back, but they got babies.
So they got remarried because they have to have someone to help raise the children.
What?
And then they had more children. That's a blended family. That's a stepdad or a stepmom,
Yeah.
depending on, if
yeah.
okay. So
So
that's still around. I mean, I'm a step monster, kind of. I'm not married to
Yeah.
you, but
rawr.
okay.
Your bite's worse than your bark.
Is it real? Oh, yeah. My bite is definitely worse than
Oh,
my
yeah.
bite.
That's for sure.
So,
Anyways,
but
welcome to the 18 Wheel Talk podcast show. If
Yeah.
you're here, we
and if you're
greatly
getting a
appreciate
laugh,
give us a
definitely
review.
Yeah, I like
please.
it.
Please leave us a review.
Yeah.
Let us know. And if you're watching us on YouTube, smash the like button down
Yeah,
here somewhere.
there or over there, or
Give us hit the like button, notification bell, dingy dingy, so you know when we're coming.
If you like my feathers, give us a smash on the like. Yeah, I went
You
there.
think your feather's going to get us a like?
Maybe someone will comment on my feather.
You think that it makes you look cute or something? If you took the headphones off, they'd see your tail hit you in the face.
No, my tail doesn't hit. Let me look. I lost my tail. It's gone.
What'd you do?
I fixed it.
Oh yeah, you jammed it up in there somewhere.
Maybe it's under my headset. I don't know.
It's Maybelline.
Maybe I like Maybelline.
Change the subject.
Oh yeah, Maybelline's my
Wait,
friend.
what were we talking about?
Blended families.
Blended families, not Maybelline.
Okay, so you have people that get divorced, and in some divorces,
there are kids.
Yeah, there are kids, and some, thank you, Jesus, there are not. But in the ones where there are, some of the exes are like evil enemies.
Your feather went away, just so you know, because you messed with your hair. No, don't do it now, because now it looks like you stuck your finger in the light socket. You might as well just.
No, the little one.
There you go. Oh.
Anyway, don't touch me.
Let me fix it.
In some divorces, people hate each other. Okay, like I'm so glad you're out of my life type of thing. That quit that. You got to see the video. Some divorces, people hate each other to the point that they're just like, I'm glad you're out of my life. Go away.
Don't peanut butter on it. Hold it down. No.
And don't ever come back. That's how some are. And some divorces are actually civil, where the people get along because they realize they have children together and they have to get along for the sake of the kids.
Okay.
There are people like that, I'm told.
Well, yeah, they're out there. I have yet to meet one.
I've met a couple. They're rare. Most people aren't that. But they're out there.
I did my best.
Yes, you did. Okay. But then there's these binuclear families. Now they're like, they're my favorite.
What the fuck's a binuclear family?
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
If you don't have a dash cam in your semi and you went and spent all that money on it, do you really think that you and your truck are protected against John Q. Public? We don't. That is why we recommend Rexing USA cameras and equipment. Whatever it is you are looking for, whether it be a dash cam, a body cam, a trail cam, or similar, they probably have it.
Nearly every new vehicle coming out has a dash cam, and there is a reason for it: litigation. Yes, welcome to America, the land of litigation. So the best thing you can do is to protect what you own with video and pictures.
And their dash cams, boy, let me tell you, their cams do a lot. They have 170-degree ultra-wide angle lenses that will automatically lock in the last video if it feels a vibration from an accident. It has a supercapacitor battery backup that is better than lithium for extreme heat or cold. Add in loop recording, a mobile app, and parking monitoring, and more.
And yes, now you have a really great package for this company of cameras. So come on, check it out at 18wheeltalk.com/dashcam. That's 18wheeltalk.com/dashcam. Say a couple gets married and has kids.
Okay.
And they get divorced and they get along. And both of them get remarried and have kids.
Okay.
And then all four parents raise all of the kids. They get along so well that it's like, okay, this is your weekend with all the kids, and this is our weekend with all the kids. That way, you have your time, and we have our time.
Yeah,
and they have family picnics together and family vacations together and everything. I know one family that does this.
I know that I'm lucky that if I can just if I'm in the same room for 5 minutes, I start twitching.
I know you do.
Gotta go.
I've seen it. But I know one family that does this. They vacation together and everything. And I just sit there and go,
Well, I mean, if
"Oh."
she's got a lot of money, then maybe I'll join the vacation, but I don't see that happening. I don't think I'm ever invited to any family gathering. Wait, no, I take that back. My daughter's mother, actually, when I was in town last time I was in upstate New York, I actually got invited to dinner, and I was so fucking nervous. I was like, "What is she up to?"
I know.
I was nervous. I even called my daughter. I said, "Oh my God, what do I wear? I'm so nervous. Do I wear a button shirt and a tie, or do I put on a t-shirt and come over?"
And what'd she say?
Dad, shut the fuck up.
That's Tabby.
She said, "Shut the fuck up and get over here."
So the ones that I know,
And I even think I asked her. I said, "What is your mother up to?" She says, "Nothing.
Nothing.
She just wanted to have dinner."
Yeah.
I'm like,
she wanted Tabby to be happy.
She never has to be over for dinner. What's she up to?
Well, her and I talk too. It's like there's no reason for me to hate her or her to hate me.
I know, but we're not a blended family that way.
No,
We're not bionuclear because
no,
I'm not
but
having her out come on vacation with us, and she goddamn well.
Okay, so
maybe if you throw wine in it, you would invite her, or if she threw wine in, you'd invite her.
Okay, so say Tabby and Julian, our grandchild, comes out here on vacation, and Michelle comes with them. Are you going to say that Tabby and Julian can stay with us and not Michelle? You're going to say she has to go get a hotel room?
Yeah. No, I'll tell her she could stay. I'll get a motel room.
You're going to need one if us women get together. Anyway, let me finish. The family that I know, while he's taking a drink, they do vacation together. They go camping. They have their own cars, their own campers they pull behind, and tents and everything. And they get spots side by side so that all the kids are in between in the tents.
No.
It's not like they're in the same camper. So you have the two camping spots with everything together. It's just like I have friends back home in Illinois that their whole family, all the sisters and brothers and everybody, they have these big camp spots that they rent them for the season for every year. And there's like half a dozen camp spots that are together. And it's kind of a circular half moon thing where everybody pulls up, sets up their camp spots, and it's there for the season.
It's like the Indians doing this. Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
And even
that isn't politically correct to say anymore.
Correct.
Sorry.
And even the exes come by because they still drop off kids and they still stay for dinner and they still do things like that because that's what you do when you have children together. And you're on speaking terms. Now, when you're not on speaking terms, you drive by at 50 miles an hour and throw the kid out the door.
Tuck and roll, baby.
Like we tell Kyle, tuck and roll. Use that helmet, baby.
Roll. That's right.
That's what helmets are for. Okay.
Knee to the chest.
So then you have
chin to chest, head to the knees. Roll, baby, roll.
Yeah. So then you have what sounds easy, just basic dual parenting. It's what Tabby's trying to do with the father of her child. I'm not going to say the other word. It's just
her asshole.
Equal responsibility.
Her egg donor.
Yeah.
Sperm donor.
That's
what she calls him.
Yeah. It's just she's trying to get him just to take equal responsibility for raising, like make equal decisions, have equal time. That's just, to me, that's just co-parenting.
Yeah. Oh, I agree. But that's,
seems
it's like,
to
hey, you help make it, you help raise it.
But the funny thing is he's living with a woman that he's engaged to, and she seems more involved with Julian, our grandchild, than he does.
He's a dick.
He's
more of an asshole than I am.
He at least has a dick because we have a grandchild.
Well,
anyway,
yeah, but he's more of an asshole than I am, and I could be a pretty big asshole.
So then you have.
Wait, I was called an asshole 4 times now.
Yeah, he's up to 4 people. Just after the 6th anniversary, he's made it to 4.
I know, right? But we've known each other for like 100 years.
He can't. I'm 29, baby.
All right. It was a past life, maybe?
Oh, okay. That works. Several past lives.
It must have been.
Oh,
I think in my first past life, I only lived to be like 21.
Okay.
And then my second past life, I think it was 21.
1.
Maybe. I don't know. The math is getting confusing because they changed it. So I just stopped doing it.
Okay. Yeah, new math. Let's not
because my luck, I'll end up being a goat. I start adding it up. Then I'll be like, Daddy.
So then you have foster parents.
Ugh.
There's those that are in it for the money, and
There's a lot of them in it for the money, but
I know of one here in Phoenix
and
that
there are some really good kids that are in bad situations that really need help, and there are people that built the system and don't help the kids.
correct.
Which sucks. It sucks for the kid, and I feel bad for him, but that's why I'm not a foster parent, because I'm an asshole. My luck, they'd love me.
Of course they would. Anyway, I know of a foster family, a foster mom here in Phoenix that averages 8 or 9 children at a time.
No, that's too many.
She does have a husband. He's just never there.
We don't have a big enough place
And
for that.
all she is in it for is the money. Like when parents give their children
Make it rain.
let
rain,
me finish.
rain, rain.
When parents give their children a cell phone so that they can keep in contact, she keeps them locked in her bedroom. When parents give their children money to buy things before school, like for lunch or whatever, she puts it in her bedroom because they can get a free lunch at meal because they're foster kids. If parents buy new clothes, if she feels that it's newer than the other kids get, she keeps them locked in her bedroom. And I could just choke the living shit out of this woman, but I tried turning her in. I even had pictures and it did no good. But there are also good foster parents out there that truly care about children.
So what you're saying is you got a fire on your butt and you want to speak about it right now.
No, I'm done. That was it. There's some that are in it for the money.
Yeah,
but there's also
totally
some that
agree.
are in it for the right reason. They're in
Yes.
it because they want to be parents, can't have kids, or willing to take an extra child in
I agree.
and do the right thing.
I totally agree, because there's approximately 450,000.
Something like that. Kids in the system. Most
Something
of them are
like
in
that.
the cities, obviously, because you have a higher population.
And it's not
in
just
cities.
here in our
No,
state.
I don't
it's
mean nationwide. Yeah.
Nationwide.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
So you say you like tools. Now, are we talking about normal people like them or Tim the Toolman Taylor like them? Because if you're like the two of us, it is definitely in the Tim the Toolman Taylor's range. I have never been bored when shopping for tools.
So here's what you do. Head on over to 18wheeltalk.com/JBTools. It will take you to their site, which will normally give you a discount, a chance in a giveaway, join the rewards club, or something really great like that.
Then start browsing to your heart's delight. Whether you're looking for power tools, hand tools, 25-ton jack stands, or gardening tools, they have got you covered.
So take a few minutes to follow the link, 18wheeltalk.com/JBTools, and jewel over a few tools while you're there.
Then you have single parents. You know, I did it all on my own. But did they?
I know, right? But did they?
You tell me.
I didn't do it on my own.
But did you?
Nope.
Okay.
I'll be the first one. I'll raise my hand. Nope, I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
Yeah.
I had a lot of help.
Like?
Mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
Mom and dad.
Mom and dad.
And mom and dad.
Oh, there you go. Mom and dad.
Yeah.
But parents.
My sister will lay claim to helping out, but that's her own damn fault for taking my kids in. But
This is true.
live and learn, sister.
Yeah. But there's always someone that, whether people realize they're getting help or not, like a friend that comes over and spends time with you and entertains your kid while you're just relaxing and chilling and having a cup of coffee.
Uh-huh.
That's help, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's giving you a small break.
A small break. The system helping to pay for childcare so that you can get a child into daycare.
Yeah, so you can go to work.
Or so you can be at home and get your housework done and go to school and stuff like that. That's help.
Yeah.
You know? But
I agree.
hopefully you have parents that like yours that were able to help out, you know, or a sibling like your sister wants to be.
There are the rare ones where mom and dad have passed away and the boyfriend is no longer anywhere.
Then you hope they have really good friends.
Yeah.
You know,
but there's that rare occasion. There is like one or two birds that actually can soar like an eagle and say, I did this myself.
Yeah. So almost everybody, when you're talking about these blended families, can raise their hand. And up until you and I got together, I couldn't. I was not from a blended family. Well, my parents did bring my niece into their home. So I guess I was. I never thought about that.
What about little D?
Oh, little David. Yeah, my parents adopted their first great grandson.
So you were in a blended family.
Well, he was
familia.
He was adopted long after I was out of the house, though.
But still, you were.
So I guess I never thought about that. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I was still living at home.
Still part of your family.
Oh yeah, he's still my great nephew brother.
Yeah, great nephew brother. So
yeah, I got to raise my hand.
You gotta raise your hand a long time ago.
Yeah, back when I was back when I was 12, and my parents brought my niece into the family.
You did a lot of shit when you were 12.
I don't want to talk about much of that.
You've been doing a lot of reminiscing outside the podcast zone here.
Yeah,
and I'm beginning to wonder.
Like what?
Are you rolling backwards in time?
No. What makes you say that?
You're getting fidgety.
I don't know what you're talking about. Just need you to cross my legs.
You're shrinking.
No, I'm not.
You're deflating. Shh. We're only 10 minutes into the show, woman. Come on.
I'm not deflating. Let me take a drink.
What are you running out of hot air?
No.
What is in that glass? That better be iced tea.
Wouldn't you like to know?
I know what's in it.
Yeah, it's Texas tea.
Yeah, bourbon. Good old number 7.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring me a glass? No. Okay, we're going to pause the show for a moment. And we're back.
So
talk about a good splice job, huh? So
I forgot where I was.
So
life is really complex.
But so you were able to raise your hand and say, you know what? I am from a blended family, and I just never realized it.
Yes.
So I guess I can do this.
Me too.
I have a blended family.
I'm in a blended family now.
Yeah, because I got a daughter from a different mother. I got a son from a different mother. I got a stepdaughter by marriage.
You have an ex-stepdaughter.
Ex-stepdaughter, thank you.
By marriage.
But she's
still part of the family.
Yeah, she's still part of the family.
So I have, even though we're not married, a stepson, a stepdaughter, and an ex-stepdaughter by your marriage.
Yeah, exactly.
All I know is I have 2 grandbabies. I have 2 daughters and a son. That's what I look at.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
And 2 pugs.
What do the pugs got to do with it?
They're part of the family. You're the stepdaddy.
Look, just because they're blended.
They're not blended. They're purebreds.
Oh, yeah.
I have papers on them in the safe.
You got papers?
I got papers.
Let me see your papers.
I got papers. Born in America.
Give me your papers.
Like that other podcast we did about being their papers show that they were born in America.
I don't know. 9. Give me your papers. Get to the chopper. Get out of the city. I'll be back.
Mm-hmm. You cray.
Learned it from you, baby.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
It's called Maybelline.
Let's give away all my secrets.
Let's rock and roll.
So,
anyhow.
So I got to kind of read a note I have here.
Okay.
Because I'll never remember the whole thing. I know what I said in context, but not. Okay. I wrote it so well, I have to read it. Okay.
Right. Read.
Because I have a thing about people. This isn't, I'll tell you when I start to read. I have a thing about people airing dirty laundry. I was raised that you don't air your dirty laundry in public.
It is dirty laundry.
He wrote a song for me. That's how my mother was.
I'm have to put that in there.
That's how her mother was.
Right about here. Right, have it fade in.
Okay. So right, that's how I was raised.
Rant.
And Just is. You kept your dirty laundry behind closed doors. Okay, you're distracting me. Now knock it off.
Sorry.
If you had a problem, your family knew about it, but you didn't like go around town saying, "Oh my God, you'll never believe what happened in my family."
What?
Okay. What? You didn't go to school and tell everybody, but now I think a lot of it's because of social media. I really do.
Mm-hmm. I know a few people that just post it up there and they don't care.
So
once it's up there, it's up there.
Here's what I'm going to read because this is, I wrote it. Okay.
Right, go ahead.
So let's be honest. My hand is raised up in the air, but people talk about everything now. But for the most part about it, my hand's raised up in the air because I'm waving, I'm saying, and I'm screaming even. Stop. Oh my God, people, stop talking so much. Additionally, I see you over there, Patrick. We may as well bring out the dirty laundry. Who hasn't heard that term? Raise your hand, please. Oh, yeah, you over there hiding behind your Facebook persona. You obviously did not hear that term because everything about your life, your blended life, you're divorced, remarried, back again with the same old ex. Tell it all on social media ass. It would appear that your mama never taught you about not airing your family's dirty laundry in public. Not to mention the way you gossip about your own family. You might as well be sitting at the salon telling it to all the women down there and getting yourself did while you gossip and trash talk your own people with your hand raised in the air, waving back and forth.
You even did the bob and the...
Did I?
Got all stiff lips.
That was from the heart, man. That
you
was
were really getting into it, man. That feather was going... Yeah, it looked like you were wagging a tail or something.
But that's from the heart. That is. I wrote that from the heart.
Your hair did.
People will put anything on social media. Yes, I did. No, man, they don't know the term of keep your shit to yourself.
Shut your pie hole.
So, do I have your attention yet, people? So let's talk about my blended family. Might as well air my dirty laundry, right?
You're gonna look. We hung our dirty laundry up.
No, that's
these two could be yours.
These two could be yours for just $19.95. No,
I don't forget what the price is.
But
you can go to 18wheeltalk.com, click on the support the show tab, and
buy one.
You too can have your very own podcast T-shirt.
We also have
this shirt supports the show.
We also have shirts that support breast cancer. 50% of the profits will go towards breast cancer.
Supporting boobies.
Support the boobies. That's not where I was going. But
anyways, you're airing dirty laundry.
So our family, our blended family, has been together about 18, 19 months full time.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
God, it seems like it's been longer.
September of a year of 2019. Or was it August?
September 20th, I believe it was.
Okay, so about 18 months ago.
God, it seems like a lot. It
seems like he's been here forever, believe me.
It does. Like time's been flying. The days lately have been kind of like...
Yeah, I know.
But... Anywho...
We knew you and I knew each other for about 10 years previously. I've known Kyle since he was like 4.
Since he was knee high to a grasshopper.
Yeah,
nylons.
Since he was grabbing all my
nylons. Since 2000 and I believe 5, right?
Yes.
That was when Katrina blew through town.
Yeah, that was
blew through New Orleans.
And that's when the concert was done, and that's when I came in and did the runs.
My brother and sister did a concert my brother is in a gospel blues band. And
very talented.
My sister worked for a
NISCA.
Yeah, I forget what the initials actually stood for.
New York State Community Action.
Yeah, something like that. And they threw a benefit concert. They got together and said, "Hey, let's
get some bands together.
Let's get a bunch of blues bands together, play in this park, raise some money, collect donations for Katrina victims." And Janet was working for the trucking company that hauled the stuff.
Yeah, because my boss and Liz's boss got together. My
boss is gonna get a hold of your boss.
We got our bosses together to put this thing together so that our company managed to haul this stuff down there without charging. So
and
worked out really well.
It's called the Rock and Relief. 2005.
Yeah.
Wow. Somewhere I still got a T-shirt and has
I
all
know
the
where
band
mine-
names
yeah.
and everything on it.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
Anyway.
a long time ago.
Yep.
That was when I met this hot blonde.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was a little thinner then.
Look, I don't know what you're talking about.
I do.
What was it that you said when?
I don't want to talk about it.
What was I looking for?
Well, even though my
Let's
dad
see.
has passed, no, listen to me,
let's-
listen.
All right,
Even though
all
my
right.
dad has passed away, he is still listening. I can't say that.
All
out
I
loud.
know is my sister was on the phone with her, and it was, oh, that's my brother, and he's married. Not no more.
Not no more. So
So,
anyway,
anywho,
so we've been together for 6 years now, full
together
time,
as a couple.
as a couple,
As a couple.
and we've been
known each other like forever, but we've been together 6 years as a couple.
Yep, and we had Kyle part time. When we moved out here,
Yeah, it's like
we had him like for a month in the summer, or 3 weeks, or 5 weeks, just like a month in the summer,
Yeah.
and then like a week here and there over the school
yeah,
year.
it would depend on the April break from his school, and or February, or
Christmas one
occasionally we got
time,
him around Christmas. It was
Yeah.
all whenever I could afford to fly him out, basically.
And it was in the 1 year we flew you there because money was cheaper to fly you there than it was him here for spring break.
It was an April break.
Yeah.
So
But
it was cheaper
he
for
would
me
come
to go there.
Yeah, he would come here, and when we could afford it, we would do a vacation. Like we went up to the Four Corners and the Grand Canyon
was
in
cool.
Colorado. That was a really
Yeah, we
cool
did like
vacation.
5 national parks in 3 days.
Yeah, it was
I mean, we just drove.
yeah. It was a nice vacation.
It was
though.
crazy, but we had fun.
For the most part, we did a lot of staycations.
We went to the big ditch.
That's what Kyle called it.
The big ditch. And then when he called it the big ditch, Janet about threw him in it. I'll show you a big ditch.
And we did some pictures where people were like, "Oh my God, you're going to fall in!" And they were like 5 or 10 foot from the edge.
We did some action shots.
But
like
the
we were
way
jumping in.
the way they were angled, you would have thought they were going to fall in.
Yeah, that was fun.
We had a lot of fun. But we did a lot of staycations. I'm the queen of staycations. I can tell you 100 things to do in Phoenix for free, but every city has that. You can Google the city nearest you and just Google,
Free shit to do. No.
free things to do in whatever city, and you're going to find some really neat things to do.
Free shit to do in Podunk, Idaho.
You just have to be willing to and want to do something for free.
Well, yeah.
Most of it has to do with walking. So if you like walking and exercise, pay.
You've got a lot of shit to do around here in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
There's a lot of walking stuff here.
A lot of steep hills.
So anyway, with him being in New York, 2,700 miles away, and coming out here part-time, everything was like a vacation. Like it was no big deal having, a stepson, being a stepmom. Patrick was like basically a part-time father, because even though he was there for him, he was only here part-time.
Right.
And then Kyle graduated high school, and Patrick went out there to see him graduate.
Yep.
And
Proud dad.
then life changed.
Kyle was nervous because he didn't think he was going to graduate. He didn't know how to tell me.
That was funny.
It's like, well, I'm here. Guess I won't be actually watching you graduate if you didn't graduate.
I heard about it on the phone.
Yeah, that was fun.
But then life changed. He graduated.
Yeah.
Yay, Kyle.
Mhm.
And
He
he was going to go to
Oh,
college.
man, I had him thinking that they were like, psych. He opened up his diploma, make sure there was one in there.
Yeah. And he was going to go to college in New York.
Podunk, New York.
Podunk, New York, in the woods, where there's no shopping. If you don't have a driver's license, you're screwed. You need a driver's license and a
SOFNL.
car.
Mhm. Wait, there was a pizza joint,
Yeah, that was it.
and I think there was
Convenience store.
I think there was like a Wally World nearby.
80 miles away.
No.
Not in that town.
Target. There was one store in town.
Dollar General.
Was it a dollar store?
Yeah, Dollar General. Dollar store type thing.
In
Dollar
a college
General,
town,
Dollar
you
Tree.
figured it'd be a Walmart.
No, it was a it was not 80 miles, but like 45 miles away. It was a bus trip away.
It was crazy.
Yeah, he would have been on a bus all day to go shopping.
Yeah. No.
So anyway, so
And snow up to his armpits.
there we are, sitting here in Phoenix area. And we're talking to him back and forth on the phone. What do you need for college? Finding out what Pat's ex was going to buy him.
Hold on. No. When he graduated, I told him, I said, dude, if you're going to go to a college away from home, why don't you look around? You can go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Live wherever you want. Go to school wherever you want.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be in New York.
It doesn't have to be in New York. In the cold. You want warmer weather? You got Phoenix.
I kept telling him go to Florida.
You got California. You got, you got Hawaii. You got, name it. You got Texas.
And pretty much any state he went to, I could have introduced him to people. I was like, go to Florida. I got a lot of friends there.
Pick a state. Find a school. Do the research. And he decided he was going to go to New York.
And then
don't get me wrong, New York does have decent education, right?
Yeah, they do.
It was a decent education. They don't.
It was a decent education at that college, and it was expensive, but we started shopping. We didn't buy anything, thank God, but we had everything like ready to purchase. We talked to your ex to find out what she was buying so that we weren't buying the same stuff. Yep. You and I were looking more at tools and monthly supplies of food that could be shipped to him, like regular stuff we knew he would eat.
Yep.
And then we started trying to find out, well, what does your dorm have in it? Does it have a refrigerator? Do you have a central eating area?
A central eating area.
And that's when things kind of blew up, when we started asking questions about the dorm.
Yeah.
That's when we found out he wasn't enrolled. Remember? No,
he was enrolled.
No,
he just he didn't know everything about it.
There was something missing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but there was
he was enrolled because he came out here the week he was supposed to start there.
Oh, okay.
But no, it was okay, what kind of tools does he need?
Yeah.
It was like a whole separate list of tools that kind of got loose. Because he went to school for welding.
Yeah.
He's going to school for welding to be a welder.
Then he changed his mind. He found out what the cost was in New York, and he found out what the cost was here. And he'd been here often enough, even in the summer, to know that he liked it out here.
Yep.
And it felt like one minute he was going to school in New York, and the next minute he opened the door and the pugs attacked him.
Yeah, I remember that.
Boy, did they attack him. They love him.
They jumped all over him.
They went nuts.
Climbed over his suitcase and into his arms.
Yeah, I swear to God, I could hear him screaming, Bubby, you're home.
You're right. Oh, my God. Bub, 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 bub.
Yeah, they didn't leave him be for at least 2 weeks.
I think they slept in his room that night.
I think they might have, yeah. But so I went from being a part-time stepmom to all of a sudden being a full-time stepmom.
Mm-hmm.
My expectations of it were not the same as Kyle's expectations, in my opinion. Because he wasn't going to go to school right away because we missed the time frame.
Well, yeah. The semester started in August.
Yeah, because the semester here starts before the semester in New York. But he got out
here in September.
Yeah, and he couldn't start that late in the semester.
So we got him in the January semester.
Yeah. So he had to have something to do until the next semester.
Exactly. And I told him, I said, what it's going to cost you to go to college here, start working, save your money. And by the time you get done with college, you'll have, because you're working, you'll be able to pay for this on your own. No, basically, there you go.
Yeah. No college loan or anything.
Nope. I mean, he might have to borrow a little bit, but
no major loans.
Right,
no owing
huge.
for 10 years or 5 years
exactly.
or whatever.
So
he went
that's going to go
with the little help. Eventually found a job, a good job.
Little persuasion from the
step monster. A little persuasion, like find a job or else. I drove him like way across the valley for an interview with Amazon. Because it was way up north of David's house. the place they interview.
Oh, the interview. Yeah.
The interview. Yeah.
Well, where he was working wasn't too bad.
Oh, it was only an hour from our house.
Round trip.
No, each way.
Oh,
to take him to work was an hour each way.
well, then they opened up the 202 and that kind of shortened it.
But that was at the end.
Yeah.
So it was an hour to take him to work, and then I would drive home an hour, and then an hour to go pick him up, and an hour back. So I spent 4 hours a day so he could work 8 or 10 hours a day. I spent 4 hours a day driving him to and from work. And I did not feel appreciated at all because I was still doing
it. I was a third shift trucker.
You were a third shift driver.
I took him
and
in
when
the morning.
when you were able, you took him in the morning. You were not always home in time.
No, but
And at first you didn't. When I started telling you I don't feel appreciated, you started picking up the pace and taking him. Okay. And I appreciated that. And I told you, but I didn't feel appreciated by him because he wasn't helping with gas. He wasn't helping with chores or cooking or anything at home. And that's how I felt. I did not feel appreciated. And that was that is a major problem with a blended family.
Yeah.
And I'm just being honest. I'm not trying to air dirty laundry. Everybody pretty much knows shit like this happens. It happens in
laundry. I'm sorry. I got the song in my head now.
I'm going to smack it out of your head.
I'm going to go find it right now. I'll
It happens
I'm going to play it over the airways while you're talking.
It happens in normal families too. You know, mom and dad, kid, all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Have the same problems. It's nothing special in terms of, you know, the fact that I'm the stepmom and he's the stepson. That's just a normal thing. So things kind of blew up one day.
Blew up.
Kind of. I don't even remember what the reason. I do remember going out on the patio with my coffee and the pugs. It was bad. I'll leave the words that were said to the listeners' imagination because I hope they have a good imagination because there were some words said. But luckily, even though it was really frustrating, the situation was really frustrating. I don't hold a grudge. It took a while for everyone to get over it. It wasn't like, okay, we argued, it's cured. Arguments don't work that way, not in real life, only on TV.
Snap your fingers and it's done.
No, we argued.
What?
It got worse after the argument, even though he apologized. I was like, nope, I accept your apology, but I don't forgive you. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Which broke my heart to say, and it really did. I'm not laughing because it's just like, wow, it just broke my heart to say it, but I had to. I'm like, I accept your apology, but I don't forgive you for your actions. That's a really hard thing to do with someone you love. And I did, though. But it was what we needed done. And it took a while, but we got past it. And eventually we worked out things and he started helping out and he's doing a great job. He helps out. He has chores he does every day.
Yep.
And he was he was paying me to take him to work, a few bucks. He works at the local Fry's now, the local grocery store. And then he went and saved up his money and bought a bicycle. And while the weather still permits, he's riding his bicycle to work.
I've even seen him ride it in the rain.
I know, that just killed me. Do you got your raincoat? Oh, no, I don't need it. And like 2 minutes later, he's back inside the door for his raincoat. I told him, I said, you might like it now, but wait till it's like middle of the summer. We'll see how you like it then. Hopefully he'll get his license before then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that would be very good for him. You know, so that's about where we're at. One minor blow up.
Only one.
Yeah, I mean, one big blow up, but it feels minor now. And now when him and I butt heads, as we call it, we both know how to handle it, and you know to stay out of it.
Oh yeah, no, you
got in the middle of that one though.
I got in the middle of one time, and I'm like, nope, not anymore.
Yeah,
you guys want to butt heads? Y'all can fucking figure it out. I'll be the goalie. Kick you both back into play. Bam!
But that's what we needed to figure it out on our own. And I think that's a mistake that a lot of couples that are blended families have is that's my child, don't act that way, type of don't treat my child that way. And it sounds funny, but I get that because I get real defensive about the pugs when anyone does anything to them. You know that because those are my babies, but they're your babies too.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Driver, if you haven't tried any of Mother Trucker Yoga's products, have we got news for you. The news is you are missing out on some great products that really do work. So, you're probably sore from a long day and just don't know where to even start looking, right?
Well, driver, stop right there. You don't have to wonder anymore. These products were all designed with the professional truck driver in mind. And the Stiff Mother Trucker Pain Relief Cream is 100% natural. As in, all the junk that you don't need on your body is not in it. It is paraben-free, gluten-free, sulfate-free, and artificial dye-free.
Probably made right here in the USA. Road-tested, trucker-approved.
It relieves sore muscles, soothes pain and inflammation from bee stings and insect bites. It calms that back pain from driving those long, hard roads, helps alleviate foot pain, helps reduce wrist pain, elbow pain, and stiffness in the neck and shoulders from poor sleep or overuse.
In other words, if your body is feeling bruised and bumped up from that ever-intensive truck driver life, then Stiff Mother Trucker Pain Relief Cream is the answer to what you are asking. Just ask the crew at A&E Shipping Wars. They will let you know.
So go to 18wheeltalk.com/resources and look for Mother Trucker Yoga to find this and many more great products.
Yeah, and then when they get out of line, I kick them back into play too.
I know you do. Especially with this eating thing they got going on.
Yeah, they're on strike.
They're on strike again.
They're on a hunger strike.
That's because they went to the dentist and the few teeth came out. Then they had soft food with yummies in it.
Yeah,
now that's all they want.
I know. That's it. That's all they want.
How come we can't have scrambled eggs in our food every day?
Come on. What on, Dad?
If we go on strike, Mommy will give it to us.
Mommy will do it.
Mommy will do it.
I'll only hand feed them so many pieces, and then it's like, all right, you're on your own. You don't want to eat, starve. If you don't eat your breakfast, you get it for lunch. You don't eat it for lunch, you get it for dinner, right? Who hasn't done that?
This is true.
Wasn't growing up eating their breakfast for lunch, unless it's cereal. Then that's nasty. You got to eat that shit.
My dad was really good at feeding dinner for breakfast.
Depends on what dinner was.
Fish. When I was a kid, I didn't like fish at all.
Fish.
Yeah.
Fish sticks or like fish
Yeah,
like out of the river.
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks. Fish fillets.
Cold fish sticks.
Ooh. Got any dipping sauce?
I don't remember. Probably tartar sauce.
Cold fish sticks. You should have ate them. You should have ate them that night for dinner.
I really didn't like fish when I was a kid. I mean, I really did not like fish. And here's the funny thing. You'll like this one. I didn't like rice when I was a kid. You got to see the video to see his face. And then magically,
what?
For some reason, I was like 14 or 15 years old. And then it's like, all I wanted was rice. Suddenly mashed potatoes just went whoosh, second place. So I was like, I love rice. How did I not like it before?
Really? It's like, oh my God. It's in what is that? What do they call it? Sushi. It's in sushi.
Oh, I love sushi. Do you love sushi? Oh, I love sushi. If you knew sushi like I know sushi. Oh.
Anyways, back on topic.
Food.
No, we're not. No, that's
another
podcast.
My bad. That one hasn't come out yet.
We're still talking about blended families.
So yeah, there's all sorts of them.
I know. I feel I'm in a good situation right now.
I do too. I think we're all in a good situation.
Even though our family's blended, pugs included.
I know that a lot of people raise grandchildren a lot of people actually do raise nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
I've had my sister's kids have all been under my roof at some point or another. The nieces more so than the nephew.
Well, that's what happened to my sister.
No, I mean actually under my roof for a long time.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean,
when they were children.
Yeah. I mean, she took my adult daughter under, thinking she was helping her out. Took
I'm not talking adult.
The ex-stepdaughter on thinking she was helping her out. And I told her, I said, you're crazy, because she always called me first. And first thing I would tell her, you're crazy. But she'd be like, why? I said, because they're not yours. Don't do it. And she did it anyways. So then when she calls me up yelling and screaming, I said, what did I tell you? But before you did, I said, stop right there. I said, what was the first thing I said to you when you said you were going to have them move in with you? You told me not to do it. I was crazy. All right. End the story. Don't come crying to me now and tell me,
But she just repeats history. That's all.
You know, it's like, you didn't learn the first time. You didn't learn the second time.
She didn't learn the third time because she's talking about it again.
You know, it's like.
However, I'm talking about when my niece.
Talking about it again?
Yeah. When my nieces were little, they were in my house. You know, I mean, when Leanne was a teenager, I had her when she was 12.
Wait, you're 29.
I know. But when she was 12,
12?
she lived with me for a while.
Is that a question? When she was 12?
I think she was 12. She might have been 13. I think she was 12.
Shall we get her on the phone?
Good luck with that. And then I had her
Send
again.
up a smoke signal saying, how old were you?
And then I had her again when she was 15 because she got her learner's permit, and I was teaching her to drive a three-speed stick shift.
Oh, I bet that was fun.
We only ended up in the ditch in Iowa a couple of times. Luckily, I knew every farmer for 10 miles.
Iowa.
And I just, hey, wave them down. Can you get me out of here? They'd grab their truck or their tractor and pull me out. And they're like, how'd you end up there? I'm like, teaching her to drive on snow and ice.
Oh, boy.
It was a lot of fun.
I bet. How many bruises did you get out of that one?
None, neither did she. We had fun.
Yeah.
She learned to drive a stick shift. I taught her son how to drive too. Her son has the honor of saying that he was the first person that I let drive my Jaguar. And that's what he learned to drive a car in, was my Jag.
What? I thought I was the first person you let drive.
No, Nicholas. He was named after Nicolas Cage.
I was going to say, Nicolas Cage?
Nick Cage, my baby boy. I know he's 20, but my baby boy. He learned to drive in a Jaguar.
Oh, man.
How many people can say that unless they're like, going with a silver spoon in their mouth?
He's mini Nicolas Cage. I mean, come on.
He's mine.
Come on.
Yeah, them dimples are mine.
And I was the only other male figure you'd let drive your Jag.
Well, he's different.
I know, but I'm just saying. Then I came along and then you trusted me to drive your Jag.
Yep, all the time.
I felt special.
You are special.
I about peed myself when you gave me the keys. I think I did a little bit. I didn't want to tell you because it would have leaked on the seat or something.
Anyway, back to blended family.
Blended family.
So yeah, I've had my nieces under my roof.
Okay. I mean, I can't say that I've had, a lot of people living under my roof, but
I had in Germany, I had my girlfriend Sharon and her husband Bruce, their son Aaron and their daughter Mindy were going to be taken away from them because problems in their marriage. And both of them, it was a second marriage. And they ended up coming and living with me for 6 months.
Okay.
The U.S. government, they're like, oh, yeah, they can blah, blah, blah. And,
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's the government, right?
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. And
yeah,
you
pretty much.
Oh, okay.
So I had them for 6 months.
Okay.
It worked out pretty well. And Aaron threatened Sharon with a knife, a butcher knife. So the choices were
Well, it's like my daughter and her mother.
He was 9. The choices were send the two back to their mom in the U.S. or find a suitable place for them while he went through counseling. And because him and Mindy would refuse to be separated because she was 8 and they were full-blooded siblings because they had Tammy was Sharon's, Aaron and Mindy was Bruce's, and then Shane was theirs. So that's his, mine, and ours.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had the his, hers, and ours.
Yeah. So I had the middle two for a while, and we only lived about half an hour apart from each other, so it was no big deal. We saw each other almost every day anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So you've had numerous blended families.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I didn't. That was just me doing a favor for a friend.
Here you think that, I ain't never had a blended family.
See,
but in reality, you've had numerous blended families. You just didn't realize it. Friends don't let friends sleep outside.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's true.
Unless you live in Phoenix, then I got a patio you could stay on.
Depends on how good a friend you are. Patio.
Yeah, right.
Well, our patio, I fall asleep out there.
Yeah,
it's a nice patio.
I mean, you sleep anywhere. I'm just saying, you could. I've fallen asleep out there.
We have a really nice, comfortable futon on our patio, and our
Yeah.
patio is well shaded.
I know, right?
And when you get a nice breeze and it's cool out there, you can,
You just lean
That
back,
quick.
close your eyes, and snore.
especially when you're laying down and the pugs cuddle up.
Well, then it's they're just sucking the life out of you.
Yeah, that's their fault.
They're resting they're sucking the life out of you, so that way when they awake from their coma, they can go run rampant through the house.
That's usually how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, they blend things up themselves.
They sure do. They
So,
sure do. So
what else you got for me?
I got nothing. I got nothing else. I mean, I can now say that. Yeah, before I'm like, I don't know. I'm not. But no, I have a blended family,
Mm-hmm.
and you now have a blended family.
Yep.
Because you're with me.
And
You're part of my blended family.
my sister's family was blended, and my brother David's is, and my brother John's
Mhm.
is.
So
4 out of 5 of the McHugh family.
4 out of 5 dentist survey.
My brother Jim is definitely not a blended family.
No.
Mm-mm. Him and Vicky have been
No,
married
but he's
forever.
from one. But he's from
Yeah.
one.
Him and Vicky have been married forever.
Nephew, brother George.
Little David.
That's what I said.
And that's an oxymoron because he's so tall.
I know, right?
But he was named after my brother
Little
David.
David's
so
like 6'5",
4.
6'4",
I think 4.
4'6",
You got
or
it.
6'4".
6'4". You got to get him to stand still long enough to measure
I
him.
know he can't. Wow, dude, stand still. Bing bong bing. He's like Ricochet Rabbit with
Yes,
red
he-
hair.
And his girlfriend's like 5'4", maybe
Oh,
5'3".
that tiny little cute thing.
Isn't she?
I know.
I love
right?
Shelby.
Oh. Anyways,
Okay.
that's our blended family.
Yep.
Hey, if you're watching us on YouTube, hit the like button. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell. I don't want you to miss our
Leave us
videos.
comments too. I like comments.
And if you are listening to us in your ears and we at least entertained you in some way, shape, or form, leave us a comment on your favorite podcast player. And if you can't, because there's some out there that you can't leave comments on the episodes, you can find this episode at 18wheeltalk.com. There's 2 ways. We have a tab that says podcast, and you scroll down, you can find this. This is episode 16. 6. Or you can just type into your web browser 1, the number 8, wheeltalk.com/episode and 16. And that'll take you directly to the page where you can see the video and hear the audio.
Hey, do you know what, Patrick?
What?
You know how we're on all the podcast players?
Yep.
Do you know why?
Why?
We're like savoir-faire. We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. Johnny
Yep.
Cash wrote a song about us.
Yeah, been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere.
But yes, we're everywhere. Hey, while you're on our website, we have a giveaway tab. Click on that. We're giving away. We got 5 different coffee mugs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 5. I think that's 5. Yeah, we have 5 coffee mugs that
cinco, not 6. I counted to 6.
You can't even do it. You were on a roll.
Well, I was on a roll. Plus, there's a T-shirt.
So we have 5 different coffee mugs.
5.
And we want you guys to pick your favorite one. Okay. The winner, the one with the most votes out of the 5, we're going to give away to 20 people, and along with one of these shirts.
That's the SACE.
Yeah.
So the story, and I'm sticking to it.
So we're going to pick 20 winners. The contest voting for that ends May 7. And we will notify the winners on May 8th via email, because I need your first name and your email to be voted, but you also got to verify the email. So you have to look for the verification email, because otherwise your vote doesn't count.
Yeah, because what we need for you to vote is your first name and your email.
Because I got to notify you if you're the winner and say, I need your mailing address so I can mail you your stuff.
We have to know who you are if you win.
Yep. So, and like I said, I just need a first name. You know, if you're Bob, tell me your name is Bob, and then give me your email. If it's Bob at Hotmail, I don't care. Yeah. Whatever.
Bob123 at hotmail.com.
Joe at AOL. That's fine. Anyways.
There's still people that use it.
And we also got some Save the Boobies,
T-shirts.
Support breast cancer. Go under the Support the Show tab. You'll see, join us before October. We have 3 different shirts that we're selling, and at the end of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is October, I believe,
50% of the net profits are going to be given to breast cancer research.
We're going to tally up all the money between the 3 T-shirts. We're going to pay our people that produce them, make them, ship them. We're going to pay everybody that matters, and then whatever's left over, we're going to split it in half, and we're going to donate it to breast cancer research. We may even split that. If we end up with, say, $9,000, and there's 3 different types of research companies out there for, cancer research. Maybe
we'll split it.
No, just donate $3,000 a piece.
We'll make it public where the money went.
Yeah, we're gonna let you guys know. We're gonna video the handing over of the check and the amount and everything. Just because I think it's special. It's close to me, close to you. I'm sure everybody knows somebody.
Yeah. Close to me.
I'm a boob supporter. I have 2 hands. I help support. What? Oh, there we go. Baby Jeebus, please.
Please, baby Jeebus.
Anyways, help us break the bank, all right?
That would be so awesome.
I wanna donate lots of money to saving the tatas.
That'd be so awesome. I'd love that.
That'd put the podcast on the map, the podcast that saves the boobies.
Yep, I agree.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. And
come back next time.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.
I'll see you soon. 18 Wheel Talk. Thank you for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. Be sure to stop by 18wheeltalk.com and check out all the affiliates mentioned in the program today. Remember, we're here coaching generations of drivers while guiding them on their path to success. We'll catch you on the flip side.
Spark the revolution.
So tell me, do you have one of those change buckets in your vehicle for fancy coffees?
Yeah.
And are you looking for a way to help support the show and just don't know how?
Well, we have great news for you. It is super easy, and you can do it for as little as $3 a month. Yes, that's right, $3 a month. That means for the cost of a cup of coffee, you could support the show for a month. And if you order one of those foo-foo frappy thingamabobs with all those flavors and whipped cream and sprinkles on top, you could support the show for about 6 months.
Isn't that amazing? Saving you calories from that frappy thingamabob with all those flavors and whipped cream and sprinkled things on top, and help out the show. What's not to like about that?
So to do so, just go to 18wheeltalk.com/support, and you will see just how easy it is to support the show. And don't forget to pick out your fan emoji while you're there. That's 18wheeltalk.com/support.